So here's an interesting problem. We have a table, as we've been seeing for the past few videos. And what we have to do is make it more readable, right? Specifically, we're renaming the columns. So you see here how the column is called ID, and we renamed it to student ID. Here, the column is called first, and then we renamed it to first name, so on and so forth. So really, that's the challenge for this problem. And this is very useful because when you work with data sets, you're going to be given column names that might not make sense. They might be encoded using uh, some specific acronyms, right? Which you may understand, but then when you're explaining the data set to others, they might find it confusing. So it's really useful to rename column names in a very, using very natural language. That's uh, it might be more words, but it's easier to understand, right? So before we start this exercise, I'm quickly going to just talk about what we've covered so far, right? In the past few videos, we looked at this pandas function to drop duplicates, right? We looked at another pandas function to drop null values or NAs, right? Oops, there's no underscore for that one. And more recently, we learned how to modify existing row values of a column, right? Specifically, we multiplied or doubled something in one of these uh, rows, right? So now, we're continuing to explore different functionalities of working with tables. We're going to look at how to rename data. So I'm not going to write this whole function at this point. I have quite a lot of existing data available, so I'm just going to copy it here. I'm going to copy the customer data, uh, the raw data that we have, right? I think this is good to know, good enough. I'll rename this to say, uh, uh, let's just call it data, right? And then to create our data frame, I'm going to use this convention, which is pretty standard when you create data frames, is to use this variable called df. Most of the time, when you look at online resources, you're going to see that the variables are named df and not, customers, employees, or students, right? They're going to be called df. This is sort of standard way to uh, name data frames. But the code stays the same, right? We get the data frame function from pandas, and our data is this data here. We can reuse the same variable names in this case because this is not a variable, right? We're telling this uh, this 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 function that's available to data frame that we want our data to come from this variable. And for columns, right, I'm going to name it something else. I'll just call it ID, and the second one I'll call it name, and the third one I'll call it what should I call it? Email. I'll call it email, and then I'll rename it to email address. So again, I forgot to close the brackets. Remember to close the brackets. Right. So now if we run this df, we have our data frame here, our tables with our rows and columns. So now we want to rename it, right? And we're going to look at this new function here, So we're going to call our data frame because that's where we want to rename, where we want the renaming to happen. And then we use the rename function. And for columns, and I have to pass in this value of columns. And here is where we use the squiggly brackets. This sort of represents an object, right? So this can have a key and a value. What you have to understand really is I have to tell it, for the column that's called ID, I want the name to be employee, or let's say student ID, right? For the column that's called name, right? And then I'm using a colon here. I want it to be renamed to say first underscore name, right? And let's keep it as is right now. Remember, we opened our squirrely brackets and then we closed it, but we also opened up some parentheses. So remember to close it as well. So now we're going to rename this. Notice how I didn't include the name for email. And this is really, the magic of the rename function. You don't have to include all the columns. You can only include the ones that you want to be renamed. In this case, I'm going to leave email as it is, but I want to rename the first two columns. And it doesn't matter, ordering doesn't matter. I can put the second column first, and then the first column, right? And that really comes from using this squiggly brackets, right? Yeah, it doesn't care about ordering in this case. So I'll run this. And notice how it outputted the new table. So now ID is called student ID, name is called first name, and our email value stayed the same. If I try to run this again, what do you think will happen? Well, it shouldn't change anything. And I suspect it should give us an error because now there is no column called name and there is no column called ID, right? Those have been changed to student ID and first name. So if I run this again, right, it didn't give me an error, but it also didn't do anything. So note, if you don't have the exact name here, it's not going to update anything. For example, if I now write student ID here, and just for demonstration purposes, I change it back to ID, right? If I run this, now the column name changed as well. When we're using Excel, this is very easy to do. You just have to change the value in the first row, right? But with Pandas, we use this rename function. So I'm going to write a little checkpoint. And that's mainly for the dot rename function. And what it does, it renames column names for your table. It takes in a variable called columns, right? So it took in this thing called columns, where we can provide a mapping between old column names and new column names. So this is really a mapping, right? We want to map this value to this value to its new value and this value to its new value.